All right.
You want a dramatic intro?
Talking about I'm gonna walk in here or something?
Yeah.
We don't have a guest today, it's just us two.
It's just us two, awkwardly to the side. Alright y'all, welcome back to another episode of HonestLee. And today we have a beast of an athlete. He's dressed actually quite well today. He really wanted to impress you guys apparently.
Yeah, he went for beauty instead of
He
today.
went for beauty.
But if you check out his Insta, he's
Yes.
quite the beast.
Alright y'all, he is a former UCLA safety. He was on the football team. He was in my year. And he is currently signed with the Patriots. He was a double major in Afro-Am studies and poli-sci. So he is a well-rounded student athlete. But without further ado, if you want to make your grand entrance.
That was one of them. Hello. Now I'm gonna be on my way after this little show I'm doing here.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back. Sorry about that.
Adarius Pickett, everybody.
In the flesh.
The man, the myth, the legend.
And there he was.
Before we get started, if you like this episode, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you get notifications on more episodes.
To get started, we start with the video of the day. Why did you just say that?
He looks scared.
Video today.
Oh, he's ready. Okay, great. Are you ready?
I will hope so.
This is my girl. Her name's Carly, and she was an Alabama gymnast, but she did something actually really, really cool.
Smooth, huh?
That was straight.
I don't know how she did that.
Listen.
She barely even looked. She went aerial.
Hey, that was straight butter though. Like, listen to the. You hear that?
I can't even throw that far.
don't think I can
let alone
either.
do a flip in front of it. Have you ever made a half court shot?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
He's like, of course I have.
I
Because
have it.
I am a beast.
He is a beast. He is most definitely a beast. So in high school, you did baseball and football, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and you excelled in both. You were like amazing. Because I don't know who told me this, but I was told you could have gone pro in baseball, right?
That's true.
My question for you is, why did you choose to go to UCLA and pursue football and get an education when you could have just gone pro immediately?
Okay, so my father, he got drafted 5 times back in the day, and in baseball. So he played for the Kansas City Royals for 3 years. So growing up, like I always trained for baseball. While you would ask me when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, I'm going to play Major League Baseball like 5. So, like, you know, as I started getting older, football was fun. Like, you know, I love hitting people. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
And there's the tea.
Started getting older, it was just, my father was like, you know, education is essential, you know, because he played and then he was out, you know, 3 years. So it was like, without the education, he had to go get a, you know, regular job. Education is the key to success, and I was like, okay. So as I started getting scholarship offers, I was like, well, maybe I go play baseball in college, just not go pro right now. And that's kind of how that happened.
People recruiting you for baseball too?
A lot of schools were telling me that if I committed to their school, I can go play baseball. After
that's
football
cool.
season was over.
Oh, so they told you that you could do both.
Did you have that option
Oh, wow.
at UCLA?
We talked about it, but I had, after I thought I was going to play, because I graduated high school early and came to UCLA early, and I went through like spring ball and all of that, and I thought I was going to play my first year. And after I didn't play and I redshirted, I kind of got discouraged. I'm like, I need to just focus on straight football.
What advice would you give someone that's struggling on what to choose when they're so good at 2 things?
I'd say really follow your heart. I mean, like for me, looking at college football, it was amazing looking at the fans, the stadiums, the atmosphere. So, I mean, that was kind of also what directed me in that way. I just say follow your heart.
Do you play baseball still?
Sometimes I go to the batting cages. I'm
That's
just playing
cool.
baseball. Very, very fun.
That's really cool.
So you double majored while playing football. How were you able to time manage everything? Because I know you guys get up super early, and then even one major is a lot for a student.
So this is how it happened. So when I first came to UCLA, they told me that I wanted to major in business. So they told me it was like, okay, we got biz econ, it's the same thing. And I'm like, okay, you know, young bull out there. Okay, I believe it. So I get here, and I remember the first day I had econ 1. And they said, okay, everybody turn in your homework. Homework? It's the first day of class. Whoa. We had a pop quiz on top of that.
On the first day?
First day. So
were there any readings that you just didn't know about, or this was like?
And you were a freshman, huh?
Mind you, I'm fresh out of high school.
Okay.
I'm just
you came early.
So I'm like, oh no. So I look at the pop quiz and I'm like, I don't know none of this. Like, didn't know nothing that was on the paper. So I said, okay, that's okay. I turned the paper over. I got up, grabbed my backpack, walked right up out of there. Told my academic advisor, you gonna have to get me up out of there. This not gonna work. She was like, well, this is what you. Nah, that's not what I was talking about. After that, it was over. Another first day story, and it was poli-sci something, or it was American political science. The professor told some joke, I guess. The whole class is dying. It was some funny joke, and I was just like, I looked at him, I'm like, bro, we not doing this. So I sat there, and I had to go back to the academic advisor. I told her, this is not it. He told her, I explained the whole story. He told the joke. I didn't get it, and I felt bad. Everybody was laughing, and they was looking around, and it was just me and him in there, and I did that, and I was like, I'll never take another poli-sci class again. But I changed my mind. Poli-sci, it just became somewhat interesting. It became somewhat interesting to see like the different dynamics of politics, and a lot of those classes, I was one of the few African American males in the class. So some of those discussions that we would have with some of my peers and all of that, it was be really interesting because to see their point of view versus some of the things that I have to go through being an African American male it was really interesting.
So how are you able to balance everything?
Time management has never really been a problem for me. Okay, what do I have to do? Look through the syllabus and all that. What do I have to do? And figure it out. You usually find another smart person in the class to figure it out with, and just go from there. My goal was to graduate in 3 years, and I did that.
Oh, and you did. So
That's
he double
crazy.
majored and he graduated in 3 years.
So I graduated in 3 years.
Do you know how hard that is to double major
And be in athletics.
and be an athlete and then graduate in less than 4 years?
The poli-sci was first, and it was like, okay, cool, I was there. And I was trying to go to, I wanted to go to grad school. They wouldn't let me. Our practice times and all of that wasn't matching up with, the grad school hours and all of that. They was telling me I was going to have to transfer for that. And then it was kind of like, that's why the second major came. Because it was like, okay, I'm still playing football. It was like, okay, you can double major. And I'm like, okay, well, I already seen the side of, the political side. But I wanted to really get the African American, that's why I double majored in African American studies and just the different topics that we discussed. It was really fun learning about all of that stuff. Some things I already knew, some things I experienced, but to also be in class with people that look like myself too was encouraging.
So do you think there's some politics now in football that you've seen or anything you've learned now in your professional career?
In a way, I've seen some similarities, but the NFL is a different form of politics, I shall say. It's a thing that you kind of got to go through to like really understand. And I never really understood that until I got to that position. Like, I would hear that from some of my close friends and stuff like that that have been playing in the NFL for some time, but to really go through it myself, it was like a real eye-opening experience for me.
Speaking of NFL, the drafting process, how did you stay positive? Because your journey was a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was real interesting. Prior to the draft, I went to the East-West Shrine game and had a good showing there, All-Star game. Did well, talked to a lot of teams, talked to 20-some teams.
Wow, that's a lot. I don't even know the word 27 teams.
Had a great experience, at that game. And then just getting ready pro day and all of that. I had one pre-draft visit to the Chargers, and that went well. The whole draft, those 3 days are really nerve-wracking. You sitting there, and I'm watching people get their name called, and I'm like, I got better stats than this person, or I feel like I'm, better than this person. But the other teams, they see something, they might see something different. You never know what the scouts see, or we know what they go by. And it's just you gotta really stay in tune with yourself, because it's a lot of moments where you get discouraged. Because I remember sitting at the crib, I was at home, my family, and just watching the draft, and just rounds going by. I was talking to teams during the week, but my phone haven't rang. I ain't talked to nobody. So I'm like, what's going on? It's my dream as a little kid. Am I gonna get the chance to fulfill that? Am I gonna get the chance to play in the NFL? And I didn't get the call until after the draft was over. Like, I got a call from Chicago when the draft was over. And I was talking to him the whole week leading up to the draft, and then a little bit in the draft. They had 5 picks, and it was like, we draft a safety, we're going to draft you. Encouragement from my family, encouragement from some of my closest friends, and really God. That was its own thing in itself, not getting drafted and then signing to a team. It was like I was down, then I was up. I was happy. And then I left a week later to go to Chicago. We had a rookie mini camp for 3 days, and then we was going to get a break before the veterans came in, before we was going to link back up with them. I was out there. Day 1 was good. Day 2, I signed my contract. Day 3 was getting ready to go home, and I got a text message from one of the front office people that was like, the GM want to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, cool. In my head, I'm like, I was they only had 5 picks in the draft. I was one of the first people that they signed after the draft. Like, he's probably calling me here to say, congratulations, welcome you here. I get up there, and first thing he said, Pickett, we're going to have to release you.
What? Oh, after you just signed it, too?
The day before, yeah.
Wow.
So, I'm like, what? It was like, yeah, we got to let you go. I got to sign a kicker and some offense, defense alignment. So I'm like, okay. I was sick, and I was in Atlanta for 2 days, and I got a call from LA from the Chargers, and I flew from Atlanta to LA, and they brought me in for a tryout, a rookie mini camp tryout. So I was out here for 3 days. I thought they was gonna sign me after on the last day. I didn't get signed, so I flew back to Atlanta, and 2 days later they called me and said they want to sign me. I had to fly back to LA.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy how there's no certainty. Even if they say
you're signed, you signed.
Yeah, it was.
Oh God, that
tricky.
stresses me out just hearing it.
So there's more. I get to out here in LA. We had a preseason game against the 49ers. It was 0-3 in preseason. A lot of people came to the game to see me play. I didn't think I was gonna play that much. I thought I was gonna play probably a quarter and a half. But one of the other safeties, he ended up getting hurt. So I played the last part of the second quarter and then the whole second half. I got the interception to basically seal the game, to win the game. They was driving on us and everything. We was up by 3, but they was driving on us, and I was like, "Ooh, it's getting spooky." It was a minute left to go in the game. Got the interception, celebrated the team, all of that. Happy, first win in the preseason, going into the regular season. I'm like, I'm for sure. I got a spot on the team now after doing this. I was playing pretty well in the preseason. I was second in the team in tackles. I want to say tied for first in turnovers. So. I had a pretty good preseason. 2 days later, I get a call from the front office people, and it was
it's always 2 days.
So I got released. The GM, he just told me that he never had a spot for me. They was never looking to keep me. He thought I was gonna be gone after the rookie minicamp tryout.
But you were just playing so well.
It was just you kept impressing us. So he was like, we signed you. I planned on releasing you 2 weeks later.
Oh my gosh, this is
kept doing crazy. Good. So it was weird. One of their starting safeties got hurt. So they called me back, and it's like, we gonna sign you. We know you know the defense and all of that. We're gonna sign you back. So I'm like, okay, cool. Sign.
So they signed you, but then they said, okay, we're gonna sign you, but we don't plan on keeping you. But they signed you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do they just not tell you their plans, or
they don't tell you the plans? You know nothing. You just know, okay, I'm here, and you try to do the best that you can. The second week, I had to pay for the hotel myself. While I'm trying to look for a place to stay. The safety that they drafted had a hamstring problem the whole time, and he finally Pig, man, my hamstring is messed up. I'm not gonna be able to go. So I'm thinking, I'm not cool. I'm about to play this week. I'm about to play. I'm sorry for him,
Yeah.
I'm about to play. So I was going to go sign my lease in Anaheim because we had workouts that morning. I get a call. So I'm like, this can't be right. Okay. Hello. Figure we need you to come to the facility. I was just up there. We had workouts this morning. I was there, all of that. Oh yeah, we know. But make sure you have your iPad. I got released. I got released 3 times. I got released in Chicago. I got released once by the Chargers and then twice. From May, I was with the Chargers from May until August 31st. Then I got released. They signed me back September 17th. They released me on October 1st. I was at home. I went back home. I was at home for 2.5 months basically.
That's crazy. Your whole story, and I don't even know how a person could stay positive throughout all that, because you're getting a piece of it and it's taken away, and then you're getting a piece and then it's taken away. So
did you go through dips?
Yeah,
your mindset. How was your mindset throughout
the whole entire process?
The first time I got released, it was a shock, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like 3 days later. You know?
Right.
I just signed my contract. The second time, it was kind of like, I knew it was a possibility, but I didn't think it was going to happen. But then I was like, okay. Third time, I got released. I don't know what's going to happen now. My agent, I'm like, what's going on? He wasn't hearing nothing. So, you know, a week went by, 2 weeks went by, and and at the same time, I had some personal things that was going on too. It was times where I was like, okay, I always stayed hopeful. I really dove deep into the Bible, having real conversations with God, and, you know, just keep my mind sane and keep me positive and all of that. And I feel like that's really one of the only things that really saved for me to stay doing what I was doing. When I went home, I was working out every day at my uncle's house, just working out. Hey, December 10th, I remember I got up that morning and I wasn't really feeling good. Like, I'm down, like nothing happening. It's been 2 months since, you know, I've been with the team. I'm sad, you know, like I said, I had personal stuff that was going on too, and it was just like, why? Like, what am I supposed to do? So then I just prayed and I just like, God, I surrender. You know, whatever you have for me, it's gonna be for me. I'm just like, I'm stopping. Like, I don't feel like working out. This is in the middle of me working out. I'm like, I don't feel like doing this, bro. Literally 2 hours later, I got a phone call from, I got a text message from my agent. Nancy, she called me from New England. She worked in the front office, and she was like, we want to sign you to the team. So, oh, for real? She was like, yeah, bring enough stuff. You're going to be here for the rest of the season. I called my brother. I just started crying on the phone, FaceTime. Pops and moms came home, and I was like, it's a moment. And I was out there, New England. We lost in the playoffs January 4th, and that was a cool experience. Day after we lost, they signed me back for next season.
Such a great story. Like, we look at you now and you're on the New England Patriots, and it's like, wow, Pick made it. Like, but we don't know what you went through. There's always that little glimpse of faith of just like keep going, and like, because you know deep in your heart like that you were meant to do this, you know. And it's cool that you have those people supporting you, and that you were able to even reach out and say like, I'm down.
It was, like I said, it was that whole last year was just a whole up and down kind of from the beginning to the end. And then, like I said, I had to find myself, really find my purpose. And like when I was at home, I was trying to do everything I could to help my family out, mentally, you know, my brother, my parents, grandma, anybody I come in contact with, any way I could help them, you know, I was helping them. So, I mean, that was another thing that I found myself doing in the middle of my storm. I was still trying to, you know, give people encouragement and support that they needed to continue going forward.
I get chills.
No, I did too. I'm like honestly speechless.
So am I.
Right now. I feel that a lot of people, especially in the public, like on social media, you only see the glory of things. No one really knows like the dips and how many things you had to go through to even get to where you are now.
Like, you went through a whole Ninja Warrior stadium type.
like
you
it
fell
was.
in the water.
I thought it was just a couple, but no, that was
that's crazy. Like, I didn't even know in football you could get released mid-season.
You coming in from really like the bottom, trying to get there, you know, you could be released at any given moment. Last year really taught me really just being comfortable being me, you know, wherever I went. Like when I went to New England, it was just, I'm gonna walk in the room, I'm gonna be me. I'm not gonna try to be nobody else. I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody, you know, I'm just gonna be me. Whatever happens, happens. I've gotten this far being me, so don't get discouraged, you know, looking at somebody else, or, you know, looking at, they're here and I'm here, you know, really looking at it, what I have and what I'm blessed with.
I feel like he's speaking to my soul right now.
And
it's
you got that call.
It's really easy to, you know, look at other people's success and, you know, why is that not happening to me, you know? But everything that you go through is really for a purpose. Figure that out, and you'll start, like, worrying about all the stuff you can't control and worry about what you can control.
I didn't really know you very well. We were in 2 different classes, and, you know, I just see him kind of, like, in the training room. It's a very, like, it's very... Like, because I don't know, I feel like we never had classes together or anything, but to hear your story and to hear your perspective of how you got out of it too is so cool, because it's just crazy to me how many people have their own unique story, but they have their own unique story for a purpose. And so, you know, I gotta trust my own story.
The same. Alright, y'all, it's time to answer your questions, whether you submitted them on any social platform. We got some really good questions for you.
Yeah.
He's leaning in.
Alright, you ready?
He's ready.
Are
He's
you ready?
focused.
Orange of Code asks, what your meal day before game day?
So like what meals do you eat before game day?
UCLA, we had you got team dinner, you got everybody that'll be in here. NFL wasn't like that. It was you get money and
You eat whatever you
You
want.
can eat whatever you want.
I mean,
Whatever you want, but like you have
yeah.
control over your own
yeah, you
meals.
can kind of go find, want to sit down in a restaurant and go eat or whatever. Or I mean, they had like food there too, chicken, steak, and probably some type of fish.
Okay, what's your go-to pre-game
Favorite
meal?
to get
To be
that pick
honest, I
six
really don't-
Pickett.
To get pick six Pickett. Hey.
I usually get a little bit of salad with a little bit of chicken with a little bit of pasta. Cause I don't really like eating too much for the games. Like I
feel
my
that.
my own world. I don't wanna, they got little snacks and stuff at the stadium. But I like to put my music on and get in the zone.
Oh yes, with his beats.
I would have never guessed you would have said salad.
No, like
I don't know why.
football players and salad just don't mix in my mind.
You'd be
like at all.
surprised. You'd
Really?
be surprised. I mean, you gotta eat healthy. Salad is pretty.
It's
Good for
pretty.
you. It's
pretty.
It's pretty healthy, right?
This question is from gymnast_Sarah Z, and she asks how much work ethic goes into your training.
If y'all only knew. Nah, for real though, it's a
Do
lot.
tell us.
The time that we train, way longer than the time we be playing. I started training towards the end of January, all the way until I leave to go back for OT, like day off season training.
That's April.
And then come back. You be there from April to I think the middle of June. Then I come back here and I'll be training on my own until I gotta leave to go back.
Wow.
Until we got training camp. So it's a lot that goes into that though.
When you train by yourself, do you get a coach or how do you train?
Yeah, so
off-season?
I have a trainer. I have a trainer that takes me through different.
He's big time. He's got a trainer.
You got to put the time in, because if you don't, somebody else somewhere else is. And that's how I like to think about it. I started thinking about that in high school. I would go to like different football camps, and it'd be the best of the best, at the camps. And it's like, dang, he's just like me where he's from. He might be from Florida, he might be from New York, or he might be from different parts of the country. But it's like it's respective talent all over the country, and it's like if you're not working out, I guarantee you somebody is.
That's facts.
_Mia Rowe asks, what age did you decide that professional football was what you wanted to do?
So I always looked at myself. I started playing baseball when I was 4. I started playing football when I was 6 or 7. A goal of mine to be a professional something, whether it was baseball or it was football, was just to be a professional. I looked at old photos and hear stuff of my pops, and it was like, okay, that could be me one day. I gotta of course put the time in, but whatever I decide to do, I'm gonna be the best at it. And I'm gonna always put my best foot forward. So felt it deep down inside in my spirit. Like, hey, if we put the work in, hey, we gonna be there.
We gonna be
there now.
Karina_code923 asks, have you ever met Peyton Manning or Eli Manning?
Peyton Manning or Eli Manning? No, I haven't.
Oh.
When I think about it.
He has met other players though. He works out with them actually.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people. That's wow. I haven't met the Manning brothers.
Has there been a football player that you've met that you're like, dang, I met them. I can't believe.
Like, do you get
I just
starstruck?
shook his hand.
I done met a lot of people. Some people like, oh, okay. All right, I respect what you do. But at the same time, it's like they peoples, They people, so.
Alright guys, you know what time it is.
It's game time. So we are playing Never Have I Ever.
Wow.
Are we ready? Are you ready actually? We're gonna play with you. So this
You know how this game's work, right?
Do you know how this game works?
It's gonna be paddle, right? If I have, I have. And if I have, run that.
We want to look cool like you.
So we're just gonna
Hey.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Never have I ever yelled at a teammate.
I definitely have. Ooh, some people be getting me hot. I know I ain't.
Never have I ever cried in front of a teammate.
Nah, when we lost that championship in high school, it was over. We lost the championship to Jared, quarterback for the LA Rams, Jared Goff in high school. And let me tell you, they cheated. We lost by 3 points. 4-5 seconds left on the clock. Referees told their fans to rush the field. Oh, I ain't cried like that in my life. I thought I was gonna die.
Were the other people crying too?
Whole squad. We was 13-0. To this day, when I see Jared, I seen Jared Goff in the club 2 years ago, and we was in the middle of the club. We was talking about that game. Out of all the things that's been going on.
I love things like
That game that happened like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I played against Jared and he went to Cal, you know, we played against some Cals, all of that, and you know, hey, first thing we talked about was that game.
Never have I ever pretended to be injured. I have never.
Yeah, I don't do that.
We've talked about this last time, guys. It wasn't like I pretended to be fully injured. I was a little bit hurting, and just that day I knew if I pushed myself too much, it wouldn't have been good for my body. So I had to tell my coach and put my foot down and say, hey, like it's really hurting. Because I didn't want to get injured any further.
Gotcha.
You know, so I had to like
I feel like your situation is a
step
little
it up.
bit different because you've been in some situations.
And we're not telling you to pretend to be injured. It's
No.
our experience.
never have ever missed school because of football or gym.
I definitely have. you know, travel, and you got. Sometimes you be tired too.
Sometimes you just want to nap.
Sometimes you just take it to the. I'm just gonna take it to the room. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, hey, we knew. I just turned the paper in. You think you gonna see in class? Shoot.
Never have I ever walked out of the gym or off the field.
Oh no, I ain't did it.
Yeah. Honestly, I would be terrified to just like
You're like,
peace
you know
out
what, I'm
halfway
done. I'm not
practice.
finishing
I done got
this
kicked out of
assignment
practice
today.
before, but I haven't been like,
Walked out.
yeah.
Never have I ever been kicked out of the gym or off the field.
I've gotten kicked off the equipment, just not out of the gym. Like leave the gym.
Kicked off of something.
Okay, then I have.
I have to. And they told me to just let it fail. It was over with. It was one of them, and I was walking back to the play. I mean, I turned around. Hey, what the hell? Get out! Go! I don't want to see you again.
Okay, never have I ever been on a diet.
I mean, I guess you
must
could say
have.
what we eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? We eat pretty healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a diet. Because I had my choice. We wouldn't be eating none of this.
Never have I ever broken a bone.
I have.
But I got arthritis though. But I've never been in a cast.
I broke my, what did I break? This wrist thing over here. It's my sophomore year of high school at the end of the season. And they told me if my bone would have moved any more to the left, I would have been paralyzed in this arm. And somebody hit me in my leg, boom, put my arm down. Somebody face mask. I rolled one way, my arm rolled the other way, and I started screaming.
Oh my gosh, okay.
I heard my bone crack 3 times. Crack, crack, crack. I was on the ground screaming. Dudes on the other team, they was pointing, they was laughing at me. What happened was,
What happened was,
so I had tape on my wrist, so I'm doing this in the tape, rolling my, Pops come out the stands, he seen me, and it wasn't looking too good, and I was trying to go back in the game. It hurt, but I'm gonna be like, he's like, nah, you done. So I'm like, all right, you wanna go to the ER? And I was like, nah, take me to Jack in the Box.
so you can still move it.
I was moving it, right?
Right.
Got out the bathtub, it was over. Whole arm was numb. I'm like,
That's crazy.
Never have I ever lied about getting sick or being sick.
We've been over this again, guys. I had school, there was a lot of things I needed to do, very stressed. I just had to call in sick that day. I was like, you wanna call in sick? I'm like, yes, because I have so many things to do. Never have I ever forgotten any equipment for my game. I definitely have, because I've forgotten like leotards and like team shirts.
And I flew to Hawaii and I left my grips at home. And you need those to swing bars.
Yeah.
I think one time when I was, see now everything is, they get send it, you put it in the bag at the practice, whatever it is, it'll be there when you get there. But
So nice.
Yeah, see, that's-
yeah,
we
we're
don't-
responsible for our own stuff and we get penalized for forgetting.
I know.
I think one time when I was younger, I think I forgot my cleats.
So what'd you do?
I used somebody else's cleats.
Like, yo, who's the size?
Run them.
Never have I ever forgotten a play or a routine, like choreography to a routine. Yeah, I definitely have. Here's the thing, like we're by ourselves so we can at least improvise.
Right, this is
But
true.
y'all, like,
You guys are relying on each other.
So I remember one time we UCLA, we playing against, I think it might have been Arizona State or Oregon. High tempo offense, they right on the ball. So I get like, make tackle, whatever, I get up and I'm like, right back on the ball. So I look to the sideline, they already been gave the call. What's the play? Nobody said that. What's the play? So the ball snapped, I'm like, oh, I just got a backpedal. I'm sitting there just, hey, whatever happens, happens, because I don't know what the play is.
he said we just gonna do this. Okay.
And I hit the back pedal backwards. Hey, thank God it was a run, so I just
What's the
ran to
play?
the ball, act like I knew what the play was.
That's funny.
The fans, That's all I can say. That's not a play.
Aw, thanks, Pick, for playing Never Have I Ever and for being on our show.
This was so fun and inspirational. It was just a well-rounded episode.
It was.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for having me on the show.
Of course.
Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of HonestLee. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the little bell for the notifications at the, I think it's in the corner or something, but thank y'all. Stay blessed.
See you guys next time.
Bye, guys. Yeah. A realm.
Over there. Hey, just pick it, everybody. Adarius. What? Oh my god!
She's been butchering names.
I have been butchering names. Adarius?
Adarius.
I think it was Adrius.
They say it on TV sometimes, they kind of mess it up, but
Okay,
What did
so
they say on
I'm gonna
TV?
say it again. So you get notifications on more episodes, wherever the bell may be. We still don't know.
We honestly should look so we know.
I know, this is like episode 19.
Oh, Bill. Y'all got edits.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, good. Good job.
Thanks.
You are doing really
No,
well.
like in general, like I'm proud of you, like in life. Adarius, but his nickname is Pick because his last name is Pickett, but also what I thought was very clever, or what I would always think about when you would play, because you would get pick sixes because you're a safety, defensive.
Well, that's why you're Pick 6 Pickett.
Yeah, but I just feel like
I was wondering.
it just all
Poor
connected because Pick, last name Pickett, and then he also plays safety and they get
I
pick
love
sixes,
that.
and your number was 6, right?
Yeah, that was in my
See,
mind.
like it's just.
I love when announcers pick 6 Pickett on the play. Hey.
Yeah. Okay, pick 6 Pickett on the play. He said A.
Hey.
All right, y'all.
He's like,
Hey.
This is just how this goes.
Okay.
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 I'm assuming it's
Hey. Yeah.
that's great.
Underscore Pick 6 Pick A.
A. We're so annoying.
Hello, Picky. Picky.
Going down the list, we be like, oh, you met him? You met him? You met her? Oh, yes, I did. I have. Never. Have I?
You guys.
Look at the oldest man.
Hey, that
He's like,
hey, all right now. Hey, I'm telling you, pick 6 Pickett on the play. Hey, I know him.
I know him. Never have I ever.
DJ Business.